The Bungalow House by Thomas Ligotti. Early last September, I discovered among the exhibits in a local art gallery a sort of performance piece in the form of an audio tape. This, I later learned, was the first of a series of tape-recorded dream monologues by an unknown artist. The following is a brief and highly typical excerpt from the opening section of this work. I recall that after a few seconds of hissing taped noise, the voice began speaking.
There was far more to deal with in the Bungalow house than simply an infestation of vermin,
it said,
although that too had its questionable aspects.
Then the voice went on.
I could see only a few of the bodies where the moonlight shone through the open blinds of the living room windows and fell upon the carpet. Only one of the bodies seemed to be moving, and that very slowly. But there may have been more that were not yet dead. Aside from the chair in which I sat in the darkness, there was very little furniture in the room, or elsewhere in the Bungalow house for that matter. But a number of lamps were positioned around me, floor lamps and table lamps, and even two tiny lamps on the mantel above the fireplace. A brief pause occurred here in the opening section of the tape-recorded dream monologue, as I remember it, after which the voice continued. The Bungalow house was built with a fireplace. I said to myself in the darkness, thinking how long it had been since anyone had made use of this fireplace, or anything else in the house. Then my attention returned to the lamps, and I began trying each one of them one by one, twisting their little grooved switches in the darkness. The moonlight fell upon the lampshades without shining through them, so I could not see that none of the lamps was equipped with a light bulb, and each time I turned the switch of a floor lamp, or a table lamp, or one of the tiny lamps on the mantel, nothing changed in the dark living room of the Bungalow house. The moon shone through the dusty blinds and revealed the bodies of insects and other vermin on the pale carpet. The challenges and obstacles facing me in that Bungalow house are becoming more and more oppressive, whispered the voice of the tape. There was something so desolate about being in that place in the dead of night, even if I did not know precisely what was the voice that described them and the phrases it used throughout the dream monologue of the Bungalow house. Much of my commute from home to the library and back home again took me past numerous streets lined from end to end with desolate-looking houses, any of which might have been the inspiration for the Bungalow house audio tape. I say that these streets were lined from end to end with such houses, even though the bus never turned down any of them, and I therefore never actually viewed a single street from end to end. In fact, as I looked through the window next to my seat in the bus, on either side of the bus, I never sat in the middle seat, always the other seat. The streets I saw appeared endless, vanishing from my sight toward an infinity of old houses, many of them derelict houses, and a great many of them being dwarfish and desolate-looking houses of the bungalow type. The tape-recorded dream monologue, as I recall
monologues, which is what I call them, have impressed me very much. That is to say, your artworks are like nothing else I have ever experienced, either artistically or extra-artistically. It seems incredible to me how well you have expressed subject matter with which I myself am intimately familiar. Of course, I am not referring to the subject matter as such, the bungalow house and so on, except as it calls forth your underlying vision of things. When, in your tape-recorded monologues, your voice speaks such phrases as infinite terror and dreariness, or ceaseless negation of color and life, I believe that my response is exactly that which you intend for those who experience your artworks.